Can a man remain faithful to his wife when he becomes rich?
Yes, although in most cases, no.
Yes.
To me, you can't remain faithful. No matter how faithful you are, you can never be faithful to your spouse.
The love of money is an issue in marriages today. Also, the lack of money has also crushed so many unions in our society. We are on the street today to find out if a man can remain faithful to his wife when he becomes rich. I remain your street gist host, Dolakwa Modeni. Stay tuned.
Well, I would say it depends on individuals. You understand, but it's 100% possible to be faithful, you know, depending on, but I would still give like 10% out of 100 of men that can do that. Yeah.
Listen, if you like become Dangote tomorrow, oil wells, everything, all the money pumping in private jets, you won't consider taking another wife?
Well, more money doesn't mean more wives, because that doesn't give you joy. God has given you everything. You have a wife that gives you peace and all that. You have beautiful, because you have to consider the future of your kids, your children. You're building a family, so you have to lay a good example. What else do you want? You know, as long as you have peace. That's for me. You understand? Though many will say it's not possible as a married man, especially if you have the money, not to have outside chicks, but it's very possible. You get, because from experience, you've experienced a lot where you are a youth, you're growing up, so what other experiment do you want to do after marriage? So that's my take on that.
Yes, although in most cases, no, because they feel that a guy would like to change a woman when he becomes rich, because most times when you're poor, the class of people that you associate with are usually not the same. But it's very possible to maintain a relationship, as in it's very possible for a man to be faithful to his wife even when he becomes rich. So it's possible. I think it's very possible. As long as the love was there from the beginning, it's possible.
It's not all men. Truly, it's not all men. But for me, like me, for example, me, I can be faithful to my wife because for her, she has done for me from the beginning, from the end. When there is nothing, she was there for me. So I can't just leave her when I have money. I'll still become faithful and loyal to her.
Bros, you know, say now because you never started to drive on Range Rover. If you become $10 tomorrow now, you should say you know go like consider say just one more.
Money is not the root of everything in Christianity. I am a Christian. I understand what life is all about. So I can't leave someone that is there for me when I have nothing and meet someone. No matter how beautiful the person is, she will always be my number one. I am a Christian. I understand what life is all about, and I understand Bible. I teach gospel, so I understand what life is all about. I don't cheat in a relationship.
To me, you can't remain faithful. No matter how faithful you are, you can never be faithful to your spouse. Because, okay, take a look at husband and wife that was hooked together on a altar. In fact, let's not talk about husband and wife. Let's put Christianity involved. Like, even the pastors, some pastors, they do have some things doing outside their marriage. So I am talking as a witness because, in fact, I've seen beyond. So there is no faithfulness in marriage, no faithfulness. There is no how you can be faithful, and you can only be faithful to yourself, but you can never be faithful to your spouse.
So you're trying to say that, so once like a man who was not doing so well, once the money starts coming in, he would want to take another wife, start cheating on the wife?
Of course, certainly. Because when a man is very poor, like before the man comes up wealthy, the man will try to be humble, loyal, and that's every human being's characters. Before you get to the top, you must be loyal. As in, you pretend to be loyal, and that's not your main character. But your main character comes up immediately when you get to the top. That's when people start seeing the original you, because when you went up to that standard, you become fake that moment. But when you when you became the normal person that you ought to be, that's when people started seeing you as somebody who is very, very much, and that's when you look down on many people. Because when you are at the lower points, you will be humble, you will, in fact, just take a look at the security man. They can even clean the foot of a little girl. But when they started driving in their car, maybe for instance, let's take a look of the drivers. Some of the drivers, they are not the owner of the cars. But when their boss is not around, they take the opportunity to go and use it to go and flex, carry ladies as if they are the one that owns the car. But some ladies who does not have the knowledge, as in the deep knowledge of what is going outside the environment now, they will just fall victims. And that was why we have some poor marriages. And some people fall into the wrong hand because of they are not wise and they don't make proper, as in... So
sister, so if you find yourself in that situation, your husband suddenly becomes someone like Dangote tomorrow and wishes to take in 2 more wives, what would you do?
Ha! Fine. So this thing is a matter of agreement. I would tell him that even before he becomes Dangote, I'll be the one to tell him, hey, Mr. Man, what are you up to? Now that we are in the same level now, we are trying to be faithful. Already, I've already known in my mind that when a man becomes rich, he will want to have side chick. I will not stop him from having side chick, but I will make everything clear to him that he should not bring anybody. I don't want to see anybody in our house. I don't want to see any third, as in any second wife. Sincerely, I don't want to see anybody in our house, like somebody that will just come, because Yoruba do says Orisha je npe meji obinrin o si, and there is no how you become somebody who wants to take you and you become a driver to somebody and you'll be happy. It's not possible. I will allow him to enjoy his fun, of course. What my daddy is doing outside, my mommy is now aware. And when my daddy comes in, my mommy becomes the full house of the wife, and we know my mommy to be the mother of the house. So how could another woman just come and started acting like my mommy? How does that look? So I won't take that. I will settle things with him. And if I finally discovered that this is what you are doing, maybe we have to separate the house. You get my own apartment for me, or if you can't get it for me, I will quickly move away from the house with my children, and I will go and get, in fact, in a place where you cannot even find me and my children. So I will go and settle down at that place. Since you're okay with your new wife, so fine, live together with your new wife, and let him bring you up, and let's bring you in a new way that you want. So if that's the case, that's what I would do.
Yes.
Explain further.
I think if somebody has grown with you before you become rich and have contributed to your richness, there's a duty for you to be loyal to her as well. But when you come to loyalty, it may not mean, well, it may mean, making sure that she also benefits from the wealth that you've acquired, along the line when she was with you. Taking care of her, taking care of the children, taking her on holidays.
So now, sir, you're telling us that if you become like Dangote tomorrow, all the oil wells, refineries and all that, you won't consider like, let me just have one more. I have the money, I can love them the same way.
Well, if you think in that line, that will not be considered as disloyal. According to our culture, Yoruba culture, and perhaps even African culture, the word disloyalty could mean different things to different people. Even in Islam, if you can treat them fairly, I think you're allowed to marry 4. But in Yoruba, I think it is measured by how much wealth you have. Can you actually look after the woman? Can you make sure that our children got better education? Can you make sure that she feels comfortable, she doesn't feel threatened where she is? If you can provide all that, yes, good luck.
People, we've heard it again on the street. Some said it is possible for a man to cheat on his wife when he becomes rich, while others said it takes a godly man to remain faithful to his wife when all the money starts pumping in. I remain your host, Dolapo Amodeni.
Wow, it looks so nice. Sorry. No worries. I buy a new dress on gg.ng.
Gigi, sell faster, buy smarter.